We join the Magi as they prepare to head out westward. A journey of this distance required careful organisation. No doubt men of their ability and influence had others in their service who would have known what provisions needed to be taken, what personal luggage was required, and besides they had gifts to bring too. 3 of those gifts are mentioned in the scriptures, but there could have been others too. All these things required transport, probably by donkeys or camels, who in turn would have needed tending, and so the party becomes larger. We don't know the exact number, but I'm guessing it was a lot more than 3. And we don't know the exact route, but it would have involved travelling on some of the ancient highways. The ancient highways, a bit like today's motorways linking nations, cities and towns. Some say they could have journeyed on the Royal Road, which was an ancient route rebuilt several hundred years earlier by Darius I of the Persian Empire. Some say they could have touched on the Silk Road, a network of trade routes connecting east to west. Yet others suggest the King's Highway, a route connecting Africa with Mesopotamia. There would have been views to appreciate as they travelled through the countryside, hills, maybe mountains even, cities, towns and villages to pass through. There would have been people they met on the way, people they shared not only food with but the reason for their journey. These people may in turn have retold the story of the Magi in search of the Messiah. Was this perhaps another opportunity to prepare the way? And of course, some years later, all these routes would be travelled on by the disciples as they shared the gospel. What an image that conjures up. The Magi arrived at Jerusalem, and this was where they needed help, as it tells us in Matthew's Gospel. In the time of King Herod, after Jesus was born in Bethlehem of Judea, wise men from the east came to Jerusalem asking, "Where is the child who's been born King of the Jews? For we observed his star at its rising, and have come to pay him homage." When King Herod heard this, he was frightened, and all Jerusalem with him. And calling together all the chief priests and scribes of the people, he inquired of them where the Messiah was to be born. They told him, "In Bethlehem of Judea, for so it has been written by the prophet. And you, Bethlehem, in the land of Judah, are by no means least among the rulers of Judah, for from you shall come a ruler who is to shepherd my people Israel." Then Herod secretly called for the wise men and learned from them the exact time when the star appeared. Then he sent them to Bethlehem, saying, "Go and search diligently for the child, and when you have found him, bring me word, so that I may also go and pay him homage." When they had heard the king, they set out. But that's tomorrow's journey.